Acer Aspire Switch 10. I'm here at the Acer Global Press event and I'm taking a look at Acer's newest convertible laptop, tablet, hybrid, thing. And this actually is a very capable little laptop here. It's got a 10-inch display, it's a touchscreen display. And as I said, it's a hybrid slash convertible, so you're going to be able to separate it from the keyboard. And you can put it like that. Now, this has a magnetic hinge inside of it, so there's no like locking mechanism. You're supposed to be able to just pull it right off, and actually you can hear the little magnetic hinge like activating and deactivating once you do it. It has a nice satisfying little sound. The magnetic hinge is strong enough that you can hold it like this, and there's no danger of this part coming on. This part isn't very heavy either. But you don't need to press a button or pull a switch or anything to get it to work. So, just as a laptop, it has a pretty good sized keyboard for something that's 10 inches. These keys are a little bit matte. They are very similar to the keys on the 11-inch Aspire E series that we also did a video of, but they're not quite as matte or annoying to use. They have pretty good feedback. This is a typical Acer keyboard. You also have like a nice wide touchpad for those times when you really don't want to reach up and touch the screen. You want to be able to just use the touchpad. It's nice and big for something this size. Again, the only issue that I have with the keyboard deck here is that it only comes with one extra, actually only one USB port. This is the only USB port you'll find on the system besides the micro USB. And so, and we're not sure if it's USB 3.0 or not. And I know this is meant to be sort of a tablet first experience, but that is a weird thing to omit. Like at least have two. Also, let's see the little hinge apparatus here. There's no battery in here. This is a very thin keyboard base, and it's nothing but a keyboard base with a USB. There's no extra battery. Now, in some ways that's good because it doesn't cause this to be too heavy, because overall the system is a little heavier than I'd like for something that's 10 inches, but it also doesn't offer any extra battery life. Now the tablet portion here, there's a micro USB slot right there, micro HDMI, and micro SD card slot. So everything is tiny. And that's pretty much it. Over here we have power button and the volume key. Acer did make a big deal out of these front-facing speakers, so basically any way you put this, you're going to be able to hear the loudest sound because the speakers are always facing forward. We've got a front-facing camera that is HD for doing video chats and whatnot. No camera on the back, but then again, this type of tablet doesn't really need it, so I don't consider that a loss. This is aluminum here on the cover, and it has like a nice brushed pattern on it. Makes it look pretty elegant. It's not the thinnest tablet I've ever seen. It's also not the lightest, but it's not heavy by itself. But as I said, when put together with this, it is a little heavier than I'd like for something that's a 10-inch system. So aside from the normal way to put the hinge on here and open and close it, this is a little bit like the Lenovo Yoga in that you get this mode, and then you can also do tent mode, and you can lay it down flat like this. And so then you have another tablet mode that incorporates the keyboard. So if you feel like using it in tablet mode and you have the keyboard with you, you don't have to find a new place for the keyboard to be. You can just do it like this. It does make it a little heavier, but it's also convenient. But of course, this is different from the Yoga in that you can take this off. So Acer is trying to do a sort of a Lenovo-ish type thing, but there are a couple other companies that are doing this as well. The screen is an IPS display, and it's not glare-free completely, but it does actually do a pretty good job of minimizing glare, because we're in a pretty bright room right now. It has pretty great viewing angles, which is really important for our tablet. And because it's 10 inches and not 11, it actually does seem like something you could hold in, this orientation, read a magazine, get some gaming done, etc. By no means is it the perfect size, but in terms of this type of machine, that's what we expect. This is fanless because it has an Intel Atom processor inside. It has 2 gigabytes of RAM. It's running a 32 gigabyte version of Windows 8.1. So it's very netbooky. We don't know the price yet because Acer hasn't announced it, but hopefully it will have a netbooky price. This is going up against HP's version, a similar convertible of the same size, and Asus has a similar convertible of the same size, and those are both very inexpensive. So this is coming in at $4,999.